crying? There's no crying in baseball!
Man, that ball get out of here in a hurry.
They'll walk out to the bleachers, sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They'll have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines and cheer their heroes. And they'll watch the game. The memories will be so thick, they'll have to brush them away from their faces. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. Baseball has marked the time. People will come. People will most definitely come.
It is another edition of the Pantone 294 podcast. Thank you so much for checking us out. Well, I'm curious to know where you're listening to, because now we're splattered throughout the internet. You can now check us out on Spotify, Apple, Google Play, and of course Libsyn, the website. All the links are on our social media, Pantone294.com. But before we get into some more housekeeping, let's just do the weekly roll call. Alex and Desiree we're always here in the studio. How are you guys today? How are we staying dry? I guess it's the first question.
Trying.
It's raining.
I only own like 4 sweaters, bro.
And they're all Pantone.
They are. No, 3. I have a Raider one.
Oh, okay. The
Hopefully
Raider.
Raiders.
Football season, actually, I'm looking forward to football season more than any other year. I'm a Cowboy fan. I think I said this before.
Oh, God.
Yes, I am. But the 49ers, I'm actually looking forward to what they're going to do this year.
Me too.
They've been doing so much.
Yes.
Are you looking forward for that 2-win season or 1-win season?
You gave them too much already.
I know.
Hey.
No, with Richard Sherman now, I actually... They might get the 3 wins.
I'm excited for the season coming up. So.
But before that's already like it's September or August. We're 1 week away from actually enjoying some baseball. Opening day, we're exactly 1 week away. We're recording this on Thursday. So
7 days.
7 days.
We're exactly
7 days.
Coming up, something up. Are we posting?
Oh, we are posting today a very unique video. So if you guys check it out, go to our
Now
Instagram, social media.
Pretty sure by the time this podcast is on the air,
It's gonna be up already.
It's gonna be up already.
It's going to be up.
Yeah.
And let us know what you think.
So just comment away. A lot of stuff is going on this week with the baseball and the minor league and so forth. We're going to talk about the Latin marketing strategy that the minor league baseball teams are doing. We're also going to talk about Kirk Gibson's seat at Dodger Stadium, plus some questions that we got through our Instagram and our social media and our email as well. By the way, Alex, I was going to ask you this off the air, but I want to put you on the spot. How many emails did we get on the care package the last time? Listen to the end.
16.
Really?
16 people stayed till the end.
Yes.
60 people.
Till the end. Till the end. They listened to every 16 people.
Perfect.
That was an hour show. That was an hour show.
It was.
It was
I
a long
actually
show.
commend them because, to have an Astros fan on. Yeah.
Shout out to our buddy Rene Garcia, who I still have a bone to pick with him because
I have a lot of bones to pick with them, actually.
he owes his beers.
Yes.
He owes us some
I
nice-
would like a berry mojito.
There you go. I don't think I've ever had one of those.
Delicious.
Where do we sell them?
Everywhere.
At the stadium?
I
Restaurants.
don't think I've ever heard of a berry mojito. Because it doesn't have lime. Isn't the mojito
Yeah. I get them everywhere I go eat.
Huh.
Do they sell them at King Taco?
No.
Well, you do say everywhere you go eat.
Everywhere.
Well,
I'm gonna go check out my nearest McDonald's today and see if they have a berry mojito.
Yard House has a really good berry mojito.
Well, Yard House
Volcanoes.
I love Yard House actually. Like their drink selections. The drink selection is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
They don't sell Corona.
They don't.
They don't.
At Yard House?
They don't.
But see, I had their blonde. I forget the name of it.
Blondes are always good.
The blonde that
Blondes
they have
are
there is
always good.
amazing. I had the Yard one too. It's actually pretty good. But okay, I don't know how we sidetracked into that. But let's dive into things. First of all, our good friend of the of Pantone 294 and soon to be of the podcast, Justin Turner, the injury, the wrist hurt around the world. How did you guys feel when you saw that last week? It was like on Thursday or Friday, I think.
I don't know if you've seen my Twitter, but I wanted to hunt down the picture. It's a little bit disappointing. It's spring training. These guys go over there just so that they could, train. They don't necessarily think they're going to get injured before the season starts.
Right.
So that goes back to the freak accidents that you were talking about, a couple of podcasts back. It just sucks.
Well, see, but this is not a freak accident.
No.
I mean, those guys actually got hurt by drying their hair or throwing a piece of gum.
Right.
But I get your point. And this is the reason why spring training, yes, you kind of get those cobwebs off and you kind of get back to playing.
Right.
but at the same time, is it worth the injury that some of these players go through?
It
Right.
sucks because he's our best player. Last year, he was our best player.
Arguably
the
the most popular player on the team.
Right. Yeah.
Arguably.
No, exactly. But I mean, they're dropping like flies right now. Like they're Seager, Turner, Bellinger. I mean, let's just wrap them all in bubble wrap.
So, is spring training too long? See, and I know it's a loaded
You know what?
question.
I thought about it just because last year we went like 4 or 5 times, like every weekend we were there.
You know what? Maybe if because okay, realistically, spring trainings for obviously them to come out, you know,
get back into
the groove.
Right.
But it's also a chance for like little guys to like come up, show their talents and stuff.
Which I have no problem.
Matt Kemp.
No, exactly.
Well, and not just Matt Kemp. We're talking about the AAA guys, the AA guys.
Yeah, no, exactly. Bueller. No,
Yeah,
Bueller. They dropped him back down. Is he back up?
No,
he's not up yet.
He'll come up in the season.
Yeah,
I think so too.
Yeah, I think so too. He's super talented, super freaking talented. But I mean, it's their time to like come out and really give it all they got,
Correct.
you know. So, do I think it's too long? No,
It's too long
but
for
it's
a
too
starter.
long for a starter.
Right.
Yes, I don't think that they should be starting games. I don't think they should be like in there as
Over the
much
last
as they are.
50, 60 years, it's been the same amount of time.
Yeah.
It's never changed. Why break a broken record? How does that go?
Why fix something that's not broken?
Yeah, there you go.
But is it broke? I mean, these injuries keep happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we got to just be mindful of that. At the same time,
But it goes back. It happened during the season, right? So are you going to say the season should be shorter? You just never know.
but you got injured during a game that counts.
Yeah,
And that's where the argument comes in. It's you got injured, you ran against that wall because you wanted to make that catch because every game counts. In May, in April, it may not seem that way, but when you come to September and you're 2 games back or you're 1 game back, now you start looking at the calendar and you see in April, we should have won those 2-3 games.
right. I mean, I guess the good news is he's only going to be out for 10 weeks.
Right.
No
Only?
surgery.
Only?
surgery.
No.
That's a long time.
No,
It could've gone
but
longer, though.
I'm sorry. It
Yeah.
could take way longer. My brother's broken a few wrist bones and what is it, in between the elbow and the wrist, like that.
That's the forearm?
Yeah, forearm. So, I mean, it could have been way worse. You know, those things, sometimes they don't heal properly. So,
That's true.
yeah.
It
Could be way worse, and I'm just glad it's not.
Get well soon, Justin Turner. We want to see you out there. We're hoping to see him out there opening day, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. Now, what we are going to see opening day is a new marketing strategy of what the Dodgers are doing. There's 2 of them. One of them I'm okay with. The other one, we did have mixed feelings here, so we're going to go with the first one. Is Kirk Gibson. They're going to put out exactly where his legendary, iconic home run landed. And I believe it's in left field or you're
Right
the
field, right
right
field.
field in right field,
Section 302.
seat 1. So they're gonna paint the bleacher or the bench blue, and he's gonna sign it. I think it's already been done, but
I think it's Photoshop. I don't think it's been done.
do you think it's been done?
It doesn't look.
It doesn't look real? Well,
I might be wrong.
But it will be done. Basically, it will be done, and you can sit at that seat for. You have to buy the pair. They are not going to sell just that seat by itself for $150 a seat. So for the pair, it's going to cost you $300. Out of the $300, 50 of that is actually towards the seat. The other $100 is going to go towards the charity of Parkinson's. So $100. So on a $300 deal, $200 of that is going towards the charity of Kirk Gibson. I believe it's his. I have no problem with that because you're sitting at a seat where it's history. It's Los Angeles history.
Yeah. I love that it's going to charity.
Right.
Comes out
Yeah.
to like $16,000.
What do you mean?
81 games,
Yeah.
$200, $16,000.
And I'm pretty sure it's gonna say. I haven't seen if it's sold out or not, but I know a lot of people are gonna actually look, because you also get all you can eat. You also get, I think you get a commemorative T-shirt as well.
Oh, that's a perfect package, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. But
at the beginning,
No.
you were like, ah.
No. I thought you were referencing the seats that they're now going to be charged, the bar stool seats.
That's a separate. I think that's what he's going after.
That's the second. Yeah.
That I'm completely okay with. I mean,
Kirk Gibson.
Exactly. Kirk Gibson, completely okay with. Bar stool, I am not okay with.
I'm just not okay with they waited so long. It should have been
for Gibson.
It should have been done a long time ago. Long time. You go to Colorado, you have that the Mile High, that row. It's purple.
That's true.
You go to Fenway, which I took a picture. What's his name? Carl, the guy who hit the home run. It's like 510 feet at Fenway Park.
Okay.
The seat is red. This should have been done years ago.
Didn't they do something at Angel Stadium too?
Nah, I don't know.
No.
I just think they took too long. Should have been done years ago.
Absolutely, and I could not agree with you more because it was 30. I mean, did they wait for the 30th anniversary? Is that what it was?
It just sucks that whoever caught the ball never came forward.
Really? I didn't know that.
No one knows where the ball is. No one knows who owns the ball.
Oh, come on.
It's a mystery.
Some little kids playing with it
It's a
in there.
mystery.
If
You know
you're
what?
out there and you're listening to us, we'd love to have you
people
on.
hired FBI, private security agents, private investigators to figure out who has the ball. No one has it.
Ted Williams,
There you
June
go.
9th, 1946 with the Fenway,
The red seat.
the red seat, right? But you know what? I think the dog from the Sandlot has that ball.
Oh,
I'm gonna go.
yeah.
The conspiracy theories coming.
What is that dog's name?
Hercules.
Hercules.
Awesome movie. And I believe it's 25 years since that movie this year.
Did anyone see the recreation of the Sandlot
With
done
the-
by the Brewers?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was amazing. So funny. I wish the Dodgers would have done that.
And see,
to be honest.
that's my point. And that's kind of what Alex was saying, that the Dodgers are so late in innovation. We're still there's no interesting video. No, I can't put that in the category. There's no interesting videos like those. The bobbleheads, they keep getting recycled poses.
But this year they switched it up. They
Finally.
started doing Star Wars. But then
Finally,
every other team has been doing Star Wars
Right.
for the past 5, 6, 7
minor
years.
league teams are doing Star
So
Wars.
we're like 6 years behind.
yeah.
Probably more than that. But to your point, so yes, so green light on the Gibson seat.
Green light on the Gibson seat.
But what?
I give it a yellow.
A yellow.
A
Just
yellow.
because they took so long.
But they still did it.
But they
It took
still
too
did
long.
it. I'm
They get a
good
yellow.
with it. They get-
Well, but the
but
point.
no, you
but
don't
the-
put a
yeah,
yellow.
there's no such thing as yellow.
Yeah, we're going green.
It's green or
letter,
red.
right?
No,
It's
yellow.
either
I mean,
gonna happen or it's not.
It's either a pass or a no pass.
You
There's
do
no,
it slowly.
There's no
What do you
maybes.
do when you see a yellow? You either go slow and you stop, or you hit the pedal. And
We're
you-
gonna treat this as an Instagram poll. You only get two
Look,
choices.
they've been yellow all these years, and they finally went green. It's finally happening.
They finally do it.
Yeah.
Hasn't
So it's
happened.
green.
It hasn't
Oh.
happened. I'll give him the green when it happens. They just announced it.
Okay, so he
They
gave it a green.
just
So
announced
he
it.
gave it a green.
Okay.
That's all I needed to hear.
Yes.
He gave it the green. What we are not going to be okay with is those barstool seats at Dodger Stadium.
No.
I believe they're going for 140, if I'm not mistaken.
No.
Dude,
Don't.
Because there's bar stools in field, loge, reserve, and top deck.
Yeah. I mean, and that's where everyone kind of gathers. If you have a bigger party and like friends, you meet up with friends.
But then at the same time,
like-
you got to see it from the Dodgers side. People who buy top deck tickets make their way down there.
But
And
see, the Dodgers side
who's
of
it
this,
hurting?
exactly. But
Like they're still making money off of the concession stands. They still paid to go into the stadium. Like who exactly is it hurting?
the Dodgers, you just made a point there, and I was trying to
it's not hurting anybody. But let's say you're at Staples Center and you buy the 300 tickets. It's okay to go sit in back of the Laker bench. You pay what you get for it.
No. But the
the same
thing is,
concept.
they have allowed people to stand there. Like you're one of them.
Be-
You are always one of them.
I'm not saying I'm okay
Like,
with it.
yeah.
I'm just saying that I've known that it's not the right thing to do. I still do it. It's not the right thing to do, though.
But why isn't it the right thing to do? They
'Cause
allow
if you
to
buy
stand
a top
there.
deck ticket, you should sit in top deck. If you buy a 300 ticket at Staples Center, you should sit in the 300s.
Right, but what I'm saying is it's like even if you buy in that section, Like that's a control thing. That's a control thing. Like they should be checking tickets then if that's the case. But if you buy in that section, do not charge me to stand in that little area if I want to mingle with friends.
But they're not charging you. So that's why I'm confused. Are they charging you extra?
No.
They're not. It's like you're buying
It's
a
the
ticket.
stool.
It's a stool.
The stool is now a seat.
Great.
The
so
stool's now
so
a
the
seat.
Dodgers are inviting fans to watch games. If people don't know, this is a story that came out on the LA Times. They're inviting fans to watch the games up close from a bar stool. The team is adding stools to the drink rails behind home plate on the field level this season. This is the new field drink rail. Seats are often priced between $90 to $125 per game, but they're also available at $67 for 2 weekday afternoon games, but $140 for 3 particularly popular games. So they're going to range anywhere between $90 to $140 to sit on those bar stools.
So now, are those the bar stools just behind home plate, or
Correct.
are they talking about the ones that on all the levels?
Based on what I'm seeing here, it's just
field.
behind home plate.
Okay, because that I'm completely okay with. But if they were gonna do it like behind, like every single level where everyone kind of congregates and like mingles and talks and stuff, that I see.
I don't think they're going to do it there, but either way, I'm not okay with that here.
Why?
For them to do it there. People are not there just to watch the game. And I'm going to get the actual quote from the article in just a few moments, but the reason why they want to add that is because they want to add the additional, like a bar-like a feel, like the ambience of not just watching the game, like you're going to be able to socialize with people.
Right.
So if you want to be able to socialize with other people, they also have to spend the $140.
Yeah.
So if I'm the one that's going to spend the $40 sitting on that stool, everybody else they can't stand around me, or why are they able to just stand around, but I'm the one that's going to dish out the $140 or the $90 or whatever the heck it's going to be? Why am I the one that's got to dish out the money, but other people that can stand around me, they're not going to be able to pay?
So currently, people are allowed to stand in that area.
That's what I don't know. That's what I'm trying to. I'm trying to get the.
It's first come first serve.
Currently.
Last season, it's first come first serve. You get there, you're first. You claim your spot. You put your bag down. That's your spot.
I mean, but that's in all areas, right?
Yes, but I think what they're saying, based on that report, it's saying that they're going to install new seats.
Right, they're adding new seats.
I don't think it's going to be a bar stool where you could just pick it up and move it. It's going to be a bar stool that's not moving. So it's becoming an actual seat, right? So legendary is that Dodger Stadium has never changed its capacity at $56,000. Even when they did the remodel a couple years ago, they removed seats and they added seats on baseline to keep that number at 56,000 seats. So that means if they're going to be adding stools, that's a seat. That means somewhere throughout the stadium, someone might not. I don't know if they thought about it, but if they want to keep the 56,000, they're going to have to remove seats from somewhere within the stadium.
Interesting.
So let's. I'll keep tap on that because I know that when they remodel, every time there's been a remodel, they've always added or subtracted seats to keep it at 56,000.
And guys, let us know what you think. If you think it's a good idea and you're down to pay $140 to sit in that area, go ahead and let us know. We will be posting a snippet of this podcast. Comment, let us know, and
let us know.
Don't be scared.
Pantone. If you are scared, send an email. Contact at pantone294.com. We will read your email out loud. I'm just kidding.
And email address.
There you go. But speaking of Dodger Stadium, one of the questions that was asked to us via email was, what is one of the pet peeves of going to Dodger Stadium or any ballpark game? I think the main one that we all can probably think of is parking. Mm-hmm. Parking is just a pain no matter where you go.
Yeah.
But besides that, any other pet peeves that you guys have?
No, well, really quickly, on that parking, I don't understand why they send everyone to Buck Egypt, to
you
park.
Show up late, which is one of my pet peeves. You show up late, you get parked in Buck Egypt.
No. They will leave the whole right side of the lot empty, and everyone's being filled up all the way to the left as you're entering, and then parking all the way over there. Yes.
So you're telling me that the first people that get there get the worst parking, and the people that get there last get the better parking?
That's true. Yes. No. I have gotten really, really awesome parking by showing up late, and I've gotten really crappy parking by showing up early. Yes, I have.
She's referring to a World Series. We showed up late.
No.
Game 6. We showed up late. We ended up parking like in the mountain. Inside Dodger Stadium. Literally. There's no way you show up early and you get a crappy
No,
parking spot.
I mean, am I
No.
wrong? Have you ever showed up and like they're literally filling in just the
'Cause
left
it's
side of
general
the
admission.
So is the right side.
No, it's preferred. Lot
No.
F is preferred.
No, I'm not talking about all the way up the front.
No, that's Lot G. That's like
Oh my gosh.
special edition VIP parking.
No.
I haven't been to Dodger Stadium in a while, so I gotta. I mean, I didn't go last year, but I went
There's
2 years
no
ago.
way you're gonna pay
No.
parking and you're gonna get the crappy parking first.
Okay, I would like to hear your thoughts on that too, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you have paid and gotten crappy parking. Okay. Yeah. So
Interesting.
what else? Okay, so Alex has been very vocal lately about a certain pet peeve he has at Dodger Stadium.
I'm gonna combine it to my personal pet peeve. I hate people who show up late.
Oh my gosh.
He did talk about
I
this in the
was-
previous podcast
look.
too.
I did.
Look.
It's never changed.
but-
It's been on my Twitter. I was vocal about it this morning.
No, I was actually.
Oh wait, I wasn't talking about you.
discussing-
I'm talking about my. I'm talking about my pet peeve. He asked, "What's your pet peeve at Dodger Stadium?" People who show up late.
The fan that shows up in the second inning.
It happens from time to time. It's okay, but
Because of the parking.
The parking.
no.
Yeah. I was actually talking. He has another pet peeve that he hates seeing people wear.
Oh, that too.
What is it?
That's the one I was referring to, not the lateness.
Oh, well, lateness is number one.
No, but you got to understand,
okay.
people are coming out of work to make it to the stadium, and it's like there's going to be late people. Does that mean I shouldn't show up because I'm getting out of work late?
I mean, you still pay for your ticket.
Exactly.
No, I didn't say you shouldn't show up.
But the LA fan base, and I've talked about it before as well, it is notoriously known for showing up late to sporting events.
See,
But not all. Not everybody. There's
I'm
a
affected by
majority
my
of it.
environment.
But you will see more of that. You're not going to see a lot of the late people in the 300s or 400 or all at the top because those are the fans. You're going to see a lot of that more in the corporate seats down below. The people that don't care really about the game, but they just want to go because they're doing a meeting or they just want to show off for the gram or want to show off for whatever. That oh, look at my seats, but they can care. they don't give a damn about what's going on in the field, and that's what's upsetting.
The pet peeve she is referring to is I hate when people wear fake jerseys.
Okay, I got one right now, but
I'm big on jerseys. I used to, buy the authentic. I get it now. It's expensive, and then you have replicas. You have good looking.
right.
But then you have the ones from China. It's like so obvious they're fake. Obviously, the number because I'm a graphic designer. I know the boldness, the thickness, the inch. It's 8 inches on the back. The letters are 3 inches. It's 5 inches on the front number. I know all that stuff. When I see somebody wearing a fake jersey, it's like, I don't want to stand next to you. And I get it. A lot of people, I can't afford it. It might be too
Diva.
expensive.
Right.
But as a company, right? Like, let's say Pantone, right? If someone's standing next to me that's wearing a fake Pantone tuna, and I like, for example, we have items when we do items or giveaways and people send the artwork, we could put your logo here. Automatically, I'm like, that's not our logo. Can you fix it? I wouldn't want to be standing someone next to me and they're wearing a crappy 294 logo. Hey, you know what? That's not the logo. I see the same thing with the Dodgers. We're representing the team. Why would that's just me.
right. No,
And I have another opinion because I'm okay with whatever you show up in as long as you're repping the team. Because not everyone can afford $100 jersey.
But no, they're not all $100.
See, but what Desiree's trying to do there is clean up her mess of calling her followers poor.
Oh gosh.
So that's where I like that. That's good PR. Whoever taught you that, great stuff. No, I'm kidding. I'm with you. Because not everybody can afford. I mean, the awesome authentic jerseys are
Exactly.
$300, and it's like not everybody can afford to dish out
Exactly.
$300 on a jersey.
Alex is a Jersey Nazi, and I don't know.
But my biggest pet peeve on the jersey side is people that wear autographed jerseys.
Really?
Oh, I've seen that, and I don't know. I don't understand why you would wear
An autographed
an autographed
jersey.
jersey. And
I mean, that should be hung up somewhere.
it should
framed,
hung
yeah.
up something.
Okay, I
And
get
so
it.
I'm thinking, okay, somebody mentioned to me, well, what if it's one of those fake autographs where,
Mm-hmm.
like whoever the manufacturer, whether it be Majestic or
Mm-hmm.
Nike or whatever, what if they did it like a
Yeah.
embroidery on it? Like
Exactly.
it's not the real autograph. No, I went up close to one autograph and it was the real thing. You can see it was the
Really?
gecko, the
I mean, well,
whatever
you
it's called,
see a lot
deco,
of-
the deco, and it's like really.
You see a lot of those at spring training, though, because, I mean, you're so close to the players, and then you go to the game after, and they're like, yeah, I got my signed jersey, but, yeah, I get you.
But if it's a player that clearly is not on the field, I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was a Magic Johnson jersey that I saw signed.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, really, guy? Why?
I mean, that could have gone up on eBay. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Why though? Like, anyway, so that's my pet peeve. Curious to know if you have any pet peeves when you go to the games or any sporting events, what have you. You heard from us right now.
I have a pet peeve I wasn't able to share yet.
Share away.
Why are you trying to?
Because I thought
she said parking.
Yeah, you said parking at the beginning.
I went along with the parking.
Okay, all right. What's your pet peeve?
My pet peeve is the parents that allow their children to kick the back seat or let their kids run in and out of the aisles.
Yet.
No. I have taken my nephew and my niece numerous times to Dodger Stadium, and they sit their cute little booties down. They enjoy the game. If they want to go walk, I get up. I walk outside to where the concession stands are. I walk them. Like, I just hate having my seat kicked.
Common courtesy is no longer. It doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't.
It just doesn't. Just common. Just
yeah.
That's basically where that boils down to. But I'm with you. A lot of parents don't discipline their kid. Don't. Maybe they don't want to be embarrassed in public, and they don't say nothing to their kid. But on the same subject, another pet peeve of mine, and I haven't gone to a game yet with my kid, with my daughter, but when you have that one obnoxious fan that's screaming and saying a bunch of curse words,
oh gosh,
and they have no courtesy for the youngins
children,
around you,
exactly.
That's another one that it bothers me. And I went with my wife to a game once, and the dude was doing that, and I actually saw the parent right behind him tell him, "Hey, I got kids, man. You may want to watch them out." Like,
and sometimes half the time they're okay with it, and the other half they're not so nice about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's okay. The trash talking is part of the game.
Right.
I'm never gonna say no. I don't want to be standing next to somebody who trash talks.
Right.
Because it's fun, and some people they get pretty creative. I forget what it was. Comedian Felipe Esparza. He was talking about a story of them making fun of somebody's wife, not in a bad, negative way, but they just were like mentioning the player's wife about something that she recently did. I forget the story, but that kind of trash talk, you just want to get into the player's head. Same thing within college. I forget the college team, but they're getting notoriously known for doing these crazy
during the free throws.
Where they have the shower curtain up. And as soon as that guy's going to throw the free throw, they just drop the shower curtain, and there's some weird stuff going on behind the curtain. That's all part of the sports. I love trash talking.
Of course.
But you got to do it with class.
I mean, Rookie of the Year, pitcher has a big butt,
right, Right. It's cheesy stuff like that,
Yeah.
But speaking, right now we mentioned the apparel. So some awesome merchandise in time for the 2018 Pantone 290, the Dodger season, but Pantone's bringing it out. One of them is for the trip to Mexico. It's the Awesome Mexico T-shirt. Tell me a little bit about it. How did you get inspired before? Tell me a little bit of the design.
I'll tell you a little bit behind design. It was inspired by John Magdalena. He is I've been working with him for the past 10 years.
Okay.
He's our official silk screener for the company.
Okay.
So he invited me to. It goes back to the Raiders. The Raiders played the Patriots back in when was it? November. He's like, bro, I have an extra ticket. Stay in my room. Just get your booty over here.
Right.
I used my points. Went out there. Had a good time. Couple of designs. We're like, hey, you know what? Let's get a design for the Mexico one. Something that when people look at it, it's Mexico for the Mexico sales, right? So he sent a couple options. I didn't really like the first one. I tweaked it a little bit, and then
the infamous no that he always gives to people.
It's always no. It's always no.
It's always no.
So we tweaked it a little bit, and we made it better, and final product. It took a day to redesign and make sure it was vectorized and all the specs were good. Next day we had a sample, good to go, and now we have them in stock at the store, online, and ready to ship.
Now, are these shirts for the? Are these shirts only for sale, or are the people going on the Mexico trip? Are they going to be getting them?
No, anybody. No, the shirts are for sale.
Shirts are for sale. Got it.
Anybody who is going on a trip is going to get a giveaway, similar to the design.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, but the shirts are for sale. Come check them out. The best way to purchase, I don't think we've talked about this. What's the best way for people to purchase your items?
Online.
Go to our website.
Go to our website, or you can come into our store Monday through Friday from 12 to 4 p.m.
12 to 4, Monday through Friday.
Yes.
And we're located in 2001 Beverly.
2001 Beverly Boulevard, Suite 207 is our store. 208 is our office. And then the back area is our intern hideaway.
Well, let's talk about that. Where are we right now?
Well, thank you. The segues. I love how the segues just keep going. This is the first podcast that you're listening to from the Pantone 294 studio. We got our microphones here. We got our mixer. We had a few technical issues, but of course we're gonna be experimenting. But in pretty soon, the short term goal is to get this going visually. To look visually presentable, because we're gonna be doing YouTube as well, recording ourselves.
This is our element.
So we're gonna have a makeup person to do our makeup now.
Woohoo! Jackie, if you're listening to this,
Jake Quillen.
We're gonna have makeup in the mornings, and we're hoping in the near future, because we also got a stack of the Big Chair books. We're gonna get Ned.
Is he officially our first?
Ned Coletti is actually our first podcast guest
That we're going to have in studio.
studio.
Cool.
So we will be reaching back out to him. He agreed to do it. So we'll be reaching back out to him to schedule a date. And hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we will have him on.
Yes. We got the books. I started reading mine. It's an awesome book, actually. So I like to get into the minds of successful people, and I like to hear. You guys are very huge fans of Gary Vee.
Yes.
So we hear the constant, rejections, the constant struggle. I think the J.K. Rowling, the lady that put out the Harry Potter, I think it was 100 times she got denied.
Yeah.
Before the book actually came, to be what it is. I'm sure she makes some adjustments and so forth, but
of course, but just initially getting your foot in, I mean, that's the most difficult thing. Is finding someone to believe in you as much as you believe in yourself.
And even when you're actually in, you may think you've made it. Nope. It's actually harder to stay in than to make it. Keep that in mind. So if you think, oh man, it's hard to just actually get in, well, now try staying in. That's where the true testament, or the true the true test really comes into mind. But the studio is coming out nicely. We got some nice microphones.
Cables everywhere. I don't know.
Cables all over the place.
Yeah.
It looks like a war zone.
We'll work on it.
That's an Alex pet peeve, by the way.
Me and Gabe had a conversation before, because I was like, gotta hide the cables.
We wall fished all of our cables at the house because my wife cannot see cables either. So yeah. So
well, then it's a safety issue for your daughter too. You don't want her tripping.
Right. Yeah,
And, being in the desert so clumsy, I don't want her to fall over.
But no, we got some awesome stuff going on. So yeah, we're definitely looking forward. The shirt design, we didn't really get into it. It's the Aztec calendar in the Mexican colors, and in the middle,
you have the 294.
You have the 294 logo in the middle, and it says Monterrey, Mexico.
Yes.
Not Monterrey.
Monterey Jack cheese.
Speaking of Mexico, we're going to stay Latin. The minor league baseball teams are doing some awesome marketing to target the Hispanic fan base. There's a lot of very cool names that have been that are out, and there's a lot of them that is like, I wish I could have tried a little bit harder, but I get it. So what's going on is the minor league teams in baseball. They're going to be competing. It's 33 teams. They're going to partake in a Copa de la Diversión, or a Fun Cup, which will be part of the minor league baseball's Es divertido ser un fan, which is, it's fun to be a fan. I don't know why I just said that like a white man, but es divertido ser un fanático, un fan. So
I mean, you also said it like a Puerto Rican because I would have said it the exact same way.
So they're targeting us. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I can get behind this. Some of the cool teams that are gonna, and I'm gonna let you fill in on my favorite one, which I know you came in to talk about that one. But some of the cool teams, for example, the Brooklyn Cyclones, they're gonna be called the Brooklyn Jefes, which are the bosses. The other one is gonna be the Bowie Bay Sox. They're gonna be the Cangrejos Fantasmas de. I can't even pronounce that. But anyways, they're gonna be the So these names are cool.
They're very cool.
The San Antonio ones being.
So I think Gabe and I kind of agreed on this one. We're really excited for San Antonio's. They are the Flying Chanclas.
Yes, the Flying Chanclas. I don't know, you, Alex?
I like the
Tocino
one.
But were you a victim of the Flying Chancla? From your mom?
No.
What about you?
You know what? For me, it was the paleta. The
paleta?
when you're doing tamales and you're mixing up the masa.
Okay.
The big paleta, like
Oh.
the 4 feet up. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Like a big spoon.
That's child abuse.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, my grandma did the chancla, but I mean, she never actually hit us with it.
No, my mom hit me with it.
No, I got hit. The paleta got broken on me. Yeah.
The reason why the Flying
'Cause you're
Chancla,
hard-headed.
when I first saw this, the reason why it's so, because if you see the logo, it's a chancla, and it looks like it's got like wind
Yes.
because it's flying.
It's got power behind it.
and I've seen a lot of the comments, and it's so true. It must be a Mexican thing. I don't know what it is, but my mom would chuck that at me, and 9 times out of 10, it landed.
So there's this YouTube video where it's a mom and she what is it? She literally I don't know if it's her son that she's trying to throw a chancla at, but she has this machine and it chucks a chancla at whoever it is she's throwing it. I will find the video and I will show it to you. I will post it on my Twitter. But yeah, it's hilarious. So I wasn't really brought up in the whole my mom spoke English, my grandma spoke English. We're Puerto Rican, we're very Americanized. But my grandma, when she was upset, it was the chancla and it was the Spanish curse words. So with that being said, I'm really excited about this. And I completely agree with you saying that the first pitch should be a flying chancla.
Well, the first pitch should be by a Mexican mom.
Yes.
And instead of a baseball, it should be a Flying Chancla.
Exactly.
That would be hilarious.
That would be
I need to tag
amazing.
him on that one.
Yeah.
But you were telling me which one did you like?
Tocinos. Bacon.
Bacon.
Who's that one?
You know, I just saw a logo. It said Tocino.
Dude, I'm telling you, some of these names now.
I mean, that speaks to my soul right there.
Because some of these guys, yes.
Check that out. Tocino.
That's hilarious.
It's like bacon.
Some of these teams, they got very original with their names. Like we just said in the Flying Chanclas. You have the Memphis Redbirds. They're going to be the Memphis Musica. So a nice play on words, changing it around. Here locally, and maybe not so local, but here in the Inland Empire, San Bernardino, their name is the Inland Empire 66ers. Their actual Latin name is going to be the San Bernardino Cucuys. Those are going to be the Cucuys. I was hoping that the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, because that's a Dodger affiliate, we're hoping they're going to come up with something fun. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, they just changed their name to the Temblores. So Quakes in Spanish.
But you know what? That kind of sounds good.
It does, but I was hoping for something. I mean, after you see the Flying Chancla and the Jefes.
Something a little bit more creative, right?
El Paso Chihuahuas, that's actually their name.
But it's so
they
cute.
just kept it.
I thought that was adorable. I was like, oh.
So that was, and the other one that's the Albuquerque Isotopes. They're going to be the Mariachis de Nuevo Mexico.
So I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like the last couple of years, people have really taken acknowledge of the fact that baseball players, a big majority of them are Latin descent.
Right.
You know, La Vida Baseball does an amazing job at, covering all the Latin players and giving their backstories. And I think it's a really good idea to embrace that culture because they're not just all of one race, and we are a mixing pot, especially our team. So I think it's really unique and really creative and a great idea.
A good news for us here is we're being told that all the 165 games across the minor league baseball are going to be engaged in La Copa de la Diversión starting April 8th. And it's going to conclude on September 2nd in Rancho Cucamonga. So based on this, I'm assuming that the title game, the championship game, is going to be here in Rancho Cucamonga.
I mean, if anyone from San Antonio is listening to this podcast, I would love a chancla hat.
My only knock on that hat is the color, to be honest.
Right?
I'm not
blue.
Yeah, I'm not, and white. I don't like white hats because they get filthy quick. Which is
especially in the summer, everyone's sweating.
Exactly, which is another reason why I like the cucuys. It's a dark gray with black bill.
Yeah,
that's an awesome hat. And then the skull looks like Skeletor from He-Man. I don't know.
Does the bacon one have a piece of bacon on it?
I don't know.
No, it's at Tocino.
It's just Tocino.
Tocino.
But
Okay.
I'm curious to know. I mean, are you a fan of this? Are you? You can buy the hats already, by the way.
Oh, perfect.
They're already for sale.
Perfect.
But are we fans of this? Do we? This is great.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I like it.
This is very, very fun.
Yeah.
One of the other questions that we got from fans is we were asked is if we had the opportunity to play catch with a player, living or dead, who would it be and why? So do you guys want to take a crack at that right now?
You guys go first. Because originally I had said Kobe. I know. But I just thought it'd be really cool to play catch with Kobe. But go ahead.
You want?
I'm thinking.
Okay,
It's
think
like-
about it.
it's like-
I did think about this, and I want to do a nice. I mean, I thought about Ted Williams. I thought about Mickey Mantle, Jackie Robinson,
Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth.
Would have been pretty cool.
But I feel like we know, as far as I know from the books, we kind of know what they went through. We know their lifestyle. We know that Jackie Robinson, what he went through, and so forth. Personally, and this is going to be kind of like a vague answer, so it's like a two-part answer for me. I'm going to give you an actual name, and then I'm going to give you my first answer. I would like to play catch with anybody that played baseball in the 20s. Ooh. And the reason why is because a lot of people say that Babe Ruth should not be considered the best player of all time because he actually made a living out of baseball, out of playing as a baseball player. But a lot of the people that he faced were architects, were doctors, were so forth in the daytime. Right. Or not so much in the daytime, but they had day jobs.
Right, no, of course.
And then after doing their day job, they come and they'll pitch. So how fatigued were they? Were they giving their all for that particular pitch? Well, all of his home runs, I mean, if he would have played today versus a player who all he did all day was actually just baseball, would Babe Ruth really be the Babe Ruth that we know of, or would he be considered like a Bartolo Colon type of player?
Right.
Like
because had they had the time to work on
exactly
their talent.
So I would like to talk to these guys. Like, why would you be an architect during the day and then come and play baseball at night? Like,
I'm confused. Was the questions who would you want to talk or who would
we want to play catch with?
But if you're playing catch, you can talk
Are you
to
going to be
them.
quiet? Are you just going to throw the ball and not have a conversation with this particular person? You're gonna talk.
Yeah.
You're gonna
I'd rather have lunch with them, so I could talk.
No, but I'm saying you're gonna.
But if you're playing against Desiree, she's gonna hit the ball left and right. She's gonna make you run, so you're not gonna be able to talk.
Hey.
I guess where I'm coming with this is you want to squeeze as much
out of them as possible.
Out of this experience as possible, and that would be great. So that's my
it's so funny you bring that up because that's such a unique perspective. I don't think many people would think, oh, let me play catch with someone from the 20s. A no name. Exactly. But hearing the backstory, obviously you'd want to know, well, what made them want to do that after, know? Because they weren't getting paid for it.
That's
right?
what I either they were, but
it was not as much as Babe Ruth.
And even Babe Ruth wasn't even making that much money. I mean, the contracts that we see now are nothing
minuscule.
the way they were.
Right.
Even back then, actual players were dentists in the off season or doctors in the off season because just to pay the bills.
Well, that kind of reminds me of A League of Their Own. Did you guys ever see that? Right?
There's no crying in baseball. But
yes. But no, that would be pretty cool. Maybe if there was ever, I don't think there's ever been a female in the baseball world, right?
As a player?
As a player. Not even back then.
No, I mean, that's
Actually, is a League of Their Own real?
yes.
Then I
Yeah,
would love
yes.
to play catch with one of those female players that took, like, I don't know, the place of a male while he
Right.
went to war. Yeah.
No, that
Yeah.
movie is
It's
some of the. I think some of the stories are Hollywood,
But it's
the
based
actual
off
league,
of a true
the actual
story.
league was true. Oh, absolutely.
See, that
Oh,
would
no,
I
but-
think for me that would be really amazing.
Well, if you put it that way, if I was to play catch with somebody, I would want to play catch with somebody because it's always been on my mind. It's in the history books. The 1919 or 1920 White Sox, the World Series, where it's like 7 or 8 members got accused of tanking the
I was
World Series.
just about to say that.
So if we're going that way, that's what I would want to like. I want to know what happened.
Shoeless Joe Johnson,
There you go.
Field of Dreams.
oh.
So
Okay.
those guys.
Yeah.
That's basically there's the awesome book that came out a year or two ago called The Betrayal, and it's a revolved around that.
Okay, we're going to have to pick up that book and do a book review.
Can't we just watch a movie here? We have a TV.
No,
No,
books
but
are so much better. Movies
Well,
cut
the
so
movie,
much out.
The movie is one thing. This book is
Legit.
basically specifically on that whole event.
Right.
So, yeah.
Hollywood
so
always
what
has
happened?
to kind of.
I haven't read the book yet. I actually own the book too. So
Do you?
Yeah.
When you're done with it, I love to read it.
But for me, so a name will be Shoeless Joe Johnson. So piggybacking off of Alex. We're curious to know, the listeners, if you had the chance to play catch with somebody, who would it be and why? Not just Kobe or not just Shaq. Why?
Right.
Like, it would be nice to have these experiences
You
with
know
some
what?
particular person. But
I would love to be able to play catch with my mom on the field. She was the first one who introduced me to baseball.
Okay.
So I know it's going kind of like off subject, but if I could play catch with anyone on a field, I'd pick my mom over.
or anybody else.
Yeah,
So who has the better arm?
my mom.
Yours is bad. But you did good at the Quake game.
Oh, that's right. You
I
threw the
mean,
first pitch.
I
Threw the
did.
first pitch, but I had to warm her up for like a good hour.
I hadn't picked up a baseball in a very long time.
Did you throw it like 50 Cent to the side?
No, it was
No.
on spot. Nailed
Made
it.
it straight over the
Who
plate.
was the catcher?
Was it the manager?
No.
DJ Peters?
No.
Oh, that would have been great if it
man.
was DJ Peters.
No, I got a picture with him after.
Oh, I just put you on the spot. Eee, that's sad.
No.
That's horrible. Make sure I'm gonna title the podcast.
Dang.
Desiree forgets to catch her at Rancho Cucamonga when she
Dang,
throws the first
dang.
pitch.
You know what we're going back to? We're really excited. We're going to have our Rancho Cucamonga trip July 21st. And we're really excited. I mean, obviously, last year when we did the trip, it was last minute. I did get to throw out the pitch, but this year we are going to raffle that opportunity to anyone who purchases a ticket. We're going to pick a name and
cool.
they are going to be able to throw first pitch.
We are?
Yes, we are. Sorry, Alex.
Breaking news.
Oh,
I just found out.
Breaking, and we're gonna
Breaking
and we're
news.
gonna rig it so that I can do the first. So got it. That's what we're gonna do. All right. So make sure you set your mark your calendars. July 21st.
Yes.
Is that Saturday?
It's a Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, guys. Finishing thoughts. I mean, we covered a lot of stuff today. The trips. Are we sold out? Where are we at in the trips right now? What's available? Everything's available.
Everything's available except for obviously our Grand Canyon, which is this weekend. Our first San Francisco trip, which is April 7th. That's already sold out.
Mexico sold out.
Mexico is sold out unless we are able to secure some more tickets. But as far as right now, everything is over 50% sold.
And the season hasn't started.
Yes.
It's a testament to
7 days.
how people come here to have an experience, and it's so far I'm still yet to see something negative. Knock on wood.
Oh, gosh.
But seriously, it's just been nothing but positive reviews of what I've come across. I'm hoping to do a trip with you guys this year. We'll see. My schedule is just insane, but
Gabe, you got to come out with us.
I've been eyeing the
know.
Seattle game just because it's rare for them to play in the American League.
Come, maybe
You
you
know
do
what
a podcast from there.
If we go, we're
Yeah.
doing a podcast from wherever we
Yeah.
go. Viewing parties are also coming up. Keep an eye on our social media.
Viewing parties for opening day. We will be having 4 different viewing parties.
4.
And not to mention, this year we are teaming up with AM 570, who we teamed up last year with on our trips. But we are also now teaming up with Kiss FM.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
More breaking news.
Yes.
Yeah,
and a potential.
We need one of those.
Like we said, our studio.
Our studio's kind of long.
it's
We need
coming
one
along.
of those like sound effects.
Yeah. We will get sound effects. It's okay. But no, we're really excited. So
awesome.
not only does that mean we are going to be, doing some fun Dodgers stuff with them, but we are also going to be able to maybe raffle off some cool Bruno Mars tickets or Jay-Z tickets. Who knows,
Taylor Swift. Don't forget about Taylor Swift.
Hey, I love the Swift, okay?
The Swifties.
The Swifties.
Very cool. I can't stress this enough. Follow us. I haven't really been giving out the social media today, but it's Pantone294.com or at Pantone294. You can also follow us individually. Alex, ALEXUUR. Desiree is Pretty Bird with 2 T's, 2 Y's, and 2 R's. And myself is Gabe Real Sports. Gabe Real and then Sports. Also, the podcast, there's no excuses for you not to be able to listen to this.
If you have an iPhone, you just put on the Apple.
You have Spotify, you have Google Play, and you have Libsyn. All of the links are going to be put out. There's no excuse. This podcast is we're blasting it throughout the internet, basically. Are we going to do another care package this week? Are we going to do something else?
We have none right now.
Let's do
a book.
No, let's.
You know what? We're gonna do the book. We're hoping we're gonna be able to get it signed, so we're gonna hold on to it. Which is what I want.
So if you're listening to this podcast and you've made it to the end, make sure to comment on our podcast post that we will be posting on Friday
on Instagram.
Your favorite Dodgers moment from last year.
So he's gonna be the catch, and you're gonna you have to keep an eye on the comments. If you say the World Series and you're the first person to say that, then you are entered. If the second or third person or whoever else after that comes up and says the World Series, you are not going to be entered. We're looking for unique answers. It was 180 plus games, including the playoffs and the World Series and everything. There's got to be more than 2 or 3 favorite moments that happened last year.
Exactly.
There's so much thing that happened. I would say a couple of, but I don't want to give it away. There's already some of them that are already in my head. So look out for the post and comment, and then we're gonna do a nice little care package.
Yes.
To the winner.
We'll do a care package to the winner.
So once again, your favorite Dodger memory or moment from the 2017 season, and cannot be repeat answers. If you repeat the answer, you are not gonna be entered.
Exactly.
Awesome, guys. Cool. We're looking forward to opening day. We're 7 days away, depending on when you listen to this.
7 days.
For Desiree, for Alex, and myself, thank you for listening to the Pantone 294 podcast. Until next time.
Bye.
Enjoy your week.